Peace. Think fast. Want to speak on the magical ritual of it's not just movies and Hollywood and things of this nature. Where like this, it's all the theater of everything they do. When you think about Operation Northwoods, where they tried to get Kennedy to sign some paperwork, JFK to sign some paperwork, where they was gonna get some Cuban actors or some actors who look like Cubans to spark some shit off in somewhere in the United States, so they could be like, hey, you see those fucking Cubans doing this and that? We gotta move on Fidel Castro right now. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it'll be theater to cause a certain action, within the realm, so if like racketeering, like where a person throw like a person who fix windows get their son like, hey son, I want you to go down the block and throw a rock in everybody's window, you know. And then when his son go down the block and throw a rock in everybody's window, he rides through in his window repair truck like, hey, I'm here to fix windows, stuff like that. So they'll create theater and that type of situation again. Uh, might bust some levees loose, you know what I'm saying? So things could flood and hey, I'm the savior, you know what I'm saying? Look how we FEMA and the government and this system help you in this time of need, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But just also again the magic ritual of it on a subconscious level, like not just to do things like that, but also the subconscious magic of it. Because I thought about how a situation like if I knew the great old ones was awakening, these beings, these giants, the Nephilim, the Titans, all these different names that they got for the souls of us, some of us beings, awakening right now. I'm like, if I know that, if I'm a person and which they all in cahoots, NHL, NFL, ESPN, owned by Disney, you know what I'm saying? So whole aspect. And as I'm saying, it's awareness, not to, you know what I'm saying, run around dealing with this. And also, again, take what resonate, leave what don't. Some of my videos may be for some people that's just getting into, spirituality. And some of my videos are for a more advanced state of, perception, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the ones where the people who like, oh, I just want to hear about Merkabas and everything, this might not be your video. But like again, if I'm like a person doing with the sports and stuff, I'm gonna make sure that so say for instance, I know that these beings that's mostly considered to be giants or the Nephilim or these Titans, these big beings, which is just the personification of our soul energy that's so infinite and expansive, you know what I'm saying? Seems like a giant to the ego in essence. But like if I would make sure all the teams who names is giants or like any team that has a giant in its name or something of that nature, I would make sure that they would lose. Like I would make sure either they probably make it to the championship and then get their ass whipped or something of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And on a conscious level, you like, oh, the Giants just got their ass whipped to the Patriots. And that's another thing too, like making sure what team, like it's like I want the Patriots, the America to whip the Giants or the Nephilim ass, and I want that to be the subconscious ritual that we put out there. So I'm gonna make the Giants lose to the Patriots by 1,000, you know what I'm saying? And what it does is it paints that subconscious image. So again, as your conscious mind just looking at, oh, that's football and these teams just played or this and that, subconsciously you're being subtly programmed to feel that Giants will always lose when it's up against a Patriot or up against something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The Giants will always lose. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna get programmed in your subconscious. But just again, think fast, because the whole thing with the Patriots winning around 9/11, with the towers crashing around that same time, whole little aspect. And even right now, the narrative of Kawhi Leonard, I saw that little aspect. And again, as I'm saying this too, sometimes the universe will come through there and like again, at the end of the day, yeah, these oppressing powers could do little magical rituals and manipulate things, but then also though, that bigger essence of flow through, and send a message, as well. 'Cause I think about Kawhi Leonard coming from the Spurs. The Spurs is almost like that clean cut Patriot type of team, because the Spurs don't really allow for a person to be a star. Double entendre, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't allowing for Kawhi Leonard to be the star that he is, and you see it as a storyline, you know what I'm saying? But when he left and went to the Raptors, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at it geographically, Texas way down here, and he went up to the right. And that's, again, depending on how you look, because if you look at the United States upside down, San Antonio could be the north and Canada could be the south. But I digress. But just for the aesthetics of the way we look at it right now, you know what I'm saying? It's coming from out of that south, with the Spurs being tied down, controlled, and raised up to the Raptors. And the Raptors, that's the Naga energy. That's the Kundalini energy. The Raptors, not necessarily a dinosaur, but that's that reptilian, Kundalini, ancient Naga energy. And when he connected with that energy, he won himself a championship. You know what I'm saying? And now after he became a star, he left that Patriots type of little organization vibe, you know what I'm saying? Became a star, won his ship, his championship, the mothership, you know what I'm saying? Won his mothership. And now, since he done won, raised that Kundalini, you know what I'm saying? Now he's in the city of angels, with the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? Coming to clip something, you know what I'm saying? But, that whole little narrative. And again, so a lot of times the narrative could be, purposely, again, made up through the people that's on the higher places of the NBA and all these little sports situations, they create these little outcomes to, send a certain message as a magic ritual. And again, though, sometimes those source seeps through and, you know what I'm saying, and allow for, because matter of fact, with the Patriots, I remember when the Patriots was playing the Falcons for the Super Bowl. The Falcons represented Heru in essence, and it was like, oh, Heru or the Hawkeye or Horus, get your ass whipped, by this Patriot, so just awareness. And reason why I guess I felt the urge to bring this up, because you're most likely going to see a lot of this going on in sports right now, and just in that realm, for those who still deal with it. I don't watch sports, me, myself, personally anymore. If it falls in alignment to just kind of pick my head up at a little sports game when I'm around it or something, cool. But, I don't, I know within my realm in reality, not telling everybody else how to perceive things, but, I know that, there's a spiritual warfare going on, and there's things much more important than, sit down watching sports all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be making sure I'm going within, getting my inner universe right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that's, that's very important going on right now outside of sports that I would rather, give more, more of my energy to. But, but at the same time, again, doing this video to just help bring that awareness, because again, with my playlist Politricks, if you see all the different videos I made and see how it adds up, you like, it allows for people to get it. And again, this video may not be for those who like every moment of the moment my Merkaba is spinning and out, and again, like, I tap in, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's a balance, and that's the whole thing. Just having that awareness of the magic rituals outside of just Hollywood, But that's basically it. Peace, peace. Have it now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace, peace.